Hello everyone. This video addresses the competency solve problems involving sequences. Let's recall that an arithmetic sequence is a list of numbers in which the difference d between consecutive terms is constant. 4, 7, 10, 13, 16, and so on is an example of an arithmetic sequence where t, or common difference, is 3. So that means 4 plus 3 equals 7, 7 plus 3 equals 10, 10 plus 3 equals 13, and 13 plus 3 equals 16. This is the formula in finding the nth term of an arithmetic sequence. A sub n equals a sub 1 plus the quantity n minus 1 times d, where a sub 1 is the first term, d is the common difference, and n is the number of terms. So let us recall also that a geometric sequence is a sequence of non-zero numbers where each term after the first term is found by multiplying the previous one by a fixed non-zero number called the common ratio r. 3, 6, 12, 24, 48, and so on is an example of a geometric sequence where r here is 2. This means 3 times 2 equals 6, 6 times 2 equals 12, and 12 times 2 equals 24, and 24 times 2 equals 48. This is the formula in finding the nth term of a geometric sequence. A sub n equals a sub 1 times r to the power of n minus 1, where a sub 1 is the first term, r is the common ratio, and n is the number of terms. Now let's do example number 1. A theater has 18 seats on the first row, 22 on the second row, 26 on the third row, and so on. How many seats are there on the 11th row? So let us illustrate the problem. There are 18 seats on the first row, 22 on the second row, 26 on the third row, and so on. And we are asked how many seats are there on the 11th row. First, we are going to do arithmetic sequence test. 22 minus 18 equals 4. 26 minus 22 also is equal to 4. So this means it's an arithmetic sequence with common difference 4. Now, this means 18 is the first term, 22 is the second term, 26 is the third term, and we are asked to find the 11th term. So this is our formula. A sub n equals a sub 1 plus the quantity n minus 1 times d. Our a sub 1 is 18, our n is 11, our common difference d is 4. Plugging those values into our formula, we get this. A sub 11 equals 18 plus 11 minus 1 times 4. So 11 minus 1 is 10 times 4 is 40. So that means a sub 11 equals 18 plus 40. And our answer is 58. This means there are 58 seats on the 11th row. Now let's do example number 2. A certain virus reproduces by dividing into 2 every hour. Each virus divides again into 2 after another hour. If there were 2 viruses at the start, how many viruses will there be after 9 hours? So this is how we illustrate the problem. At the start, there were 2 viruses. Since each virus reproduces by dividing into 2 every hour, that means after 1 hour, there were 4 viruses. So that means 2 times 2. And after 2 hours, there were 8. Meaning to say 4 times 2. And using these numbers here, 2, 4, and 8, we form a sequence. And it looks like a geometric sequence. Now let's confirm. Let's do a geometric sequence test. So 4 divided by 2 equals 2, and 8 divided by 4 is also 2. So this is a geometric sequence with common ratio equal to 2. Now this is our formula. A sub n equals a sub 1 times r to the power of n minus 1. Our a sub 1 here is 4, and our r is 2, and our n is 9. Plugging those values into our formula, we have a sub 9 equals 4 times 2 to the power of 9 minus 1. Simplifying furthermore, we have 4 times 256. This 256 comes from 2 to the power of 9 minus 1. 9 minus 1 is 8, and 2 to the power of 8 is 256. And finally, 4 times 256 equals 1024. This means after 9 hours, there will be 1024 viruses. Now, for your turn part, you can pause the video and take your time solving these 2 problems we have. Number 1, the car value that is used for business depreciates by 50% of its actual value every year. If its value this year is 3,200,000, what will be its value after 5 years? Number 2, in her piggy bank, my sister dropped 1 peso and 50 centavos on April 1, 3 pesos on April 2, 4 pesos and 50 centavos on April 3, and so on. What was the date when she dropped 37 pesos and 50 centavos? Now I will show you the answer. So this is how we illustrate the problem. At the start, the car's value is 3,200,000, and then because it depreciates by 50% of its actual value, so we get 50% of 3,200,000. That's 1,600,000. So that's our value after 1 year. And after 5 years, what's going to be the value of that car? So here we form a geometric sequence. Our common ratio is obtained by dividing 1,600,000 by 3,200,000. That's 1/2. And our n here is 5, and our a sub 1 is 1,600,000. This is our formula. A sub n equals a sub 1 times r to the power of n minus 1. Plugging those values into the formula, we get this. And simplifying furthermore, we get this. And then finally, our answer is 100,000 pesos. So this means the car whose value is 3,200,000 at the start, after 5 years, its value is only 100,000 pesos. Now for problem number 2, this is how we illustrate the problem. On April 1, 1 peso and 50 centavos. April 2, 3 pesos. April 3, 4 pesos and 50 centavos. And on which day it was 37 pesos and 50 centavos. First, we are going to perform arithmetic sequence test. 3 pesos minus 1 peso and 50 centavos equals 1 peso and 50 centavos, and 4 pesos and 50 centavos minus 3 pesos equals 1 peso and 50 centavos. So this is an arithmetic sequence with a common difference equal to 1 peso and 50 centavos. Now this is our formula. A sub n equals a sub 1 plus the quantity n minus 1 times d. Here we are going to find n. And our a sub n here is 37 pesos and 50 centavos. Our a sub 1 here is 1 peso and 50 centavos. And our common difference here is also 1 peso and 50 centavos. Plugging those values into our formula, this is what we get. 37.50 equals 1.50 plus the quantity n minus 1 times 1.50. We can simplify this part by applying distributive property of multiplication. 1.50 times n is 1.50n, and 1.50 times negative 1 is negative 1.50. Now we can simplify the right hand side of our equation, so this becomes 37.50 equals 1.50, because this 1.50 here and minus 1.50 becomes 0. Now dividing both sides by 1.50, so n equals 25. So this means 37 pesos and 50 centavos was dropped on April 25. Did you get the two items right? I hope you did. Thanks for watching, guys. This is Teacher Rejil. Keep safe.